Let's grab the laser sight, stick it on the side there. Whoa, alright, calm down. Do you mind? Well, I'm trying to creep as slowly as possible so I don't make a noise. I wonder who it is. Got him! Oh my god, my aim. Hello? Oh. Excuse me. Would help if it... See, I told you sometimes I'll stick it on safety and I forget. Got them. Ah, wibbly wobbly aim though. Welcome to another video. My name's Sam and today we are checking out Ghost of Tabor. Finally on PlayStation VR 2. To my knowledge, Ghost of Tabor is the first extraction shooter on PlayStation VR 2. So this is massive for people who have been wanting an extraction shooter in VR on this console. So we finally have it. Obviously, for those of you that don't know, Ghost of Tabor has been out for some time on Quest, on PCVR as well, but finally it's coming to console. And for those that don't know, Ghost of Tabor is an extraction shooter. Think Escape from Tarkov, and you'll have a pretty good idea what this game is. You go in with your equipment into a raid. There are NPCs, there are hostile players as well. You kill people, you loot stuff, you try and extract from the raid, and you reap the rewards of what you've been able to loot. But if you die in said raid, you lose everything that you had. So it's a high risk, high reward sort of gameplay. But here we are in glorious VR on PlayStation VR 2. And yeah, we're gonna go through this. This is gonna be a first impressions video. Here we are in the training tutorial area. So we're gonna go through this. We're gonna jump into a raid and see how it all is on the PlayStation VR 2. So enough chit chat, let's go on to the video, shall we? Game on.
The tutorial level.
So here's proper
Here we
D.
will comprehensively walk you through all the basics. First, we'll start with how to access your settings.
See, I'm gonna ignore all of this.
Simply select the auto.
There we go. So I'm just gonna mute. I'm gonna mute proper D. Sorry, proper D. But yeah, I'm gonna mute the tutorial messages because I've played this game quite a bit, so I already know stuff. So you got your different sections on how to play the game, and it's going to teach you if you're new, you know, how to do things. So I already know how to play this game. Oh, okay. So already I'm noticing. There we go. It's a little difficult grabbing back of the gun there. Sounds are nice and punchy though. And you can eject, grab another gun, another magazine. There we go. Grabbed it a bit better that time. Like all things, takes a while. Something over there just got knocked or whatever. But it takes a while to adjust. But I am noticing that the hand rotation does feel a bit off. But I'm sure I'll get used to that, or I'll look into the options a little later. You got your holsters, you got a sidearm, you got a primary weapon that goes there. You can hit the big reset button to bring everything back if you want. Let's get used to the AK. Grab this, cock that. Off we go. Swap to single fire. Nice. So you do have single fire as well. You do actually have safety. Some games actually don't include the safety, but it is here, so full auto, single shot, safety on, which is cool. You can also, there we go, swap magazines like that. So if one's empty, let me empty this one. Let's hit the reset button. There we go. Beautiful. There we go. So if you are in a raid, for example, you got your vest on, you got another magazine, grab that, you're out, grab your magazine, you can quickly swap them. I say quickly swap them, and then cock that way. Instead of having to take one out, grab your other magazine, put it in, cock it, so you can do it that. And there we go, there's our holster. You can also put on silencers. Give that a nice twist. There you go, till you get the click, because otherwise, let me reset this. So there's that silencer. There we go. Because if you don't actually attach the silencer properly, this happens. Woo! Off it goes, which I love. SMGs. Now, if anyone doesn't know, if you're wondering why the magazine isn't going in, the tutorial does tell you. With some guns, especially the MP5 here, you do have to cock it before you load the magazine. Otherwise it won't accept it. Beautiful. You got sniper rifles. Again, this is all in the tutorial. I'm just rushing through this just to showcase to you what is here. There we go. I had to slide it on further back. So crouching is with pushing the left stick in. Jumping is pushing the right stick in. Let's get a magazine. Check out these magazines. They're massive. Right. So we do have proper scopes. And the cool thing is, I'm going to have to do this with the other hand, I think. Where is it? There it is. So you can adjust the zoom, or the magnification, shall we say, like that. So it's really cool. I missed. We have shotguns. So, introduction of ammunition boxes. So you can actually tip out all the ammunition. So in this case, the shells. You gotta load them up like this. You go put a spare one on the side there. Right, let's do this. Okay, loot. So when you're on your raids, you will find different loot crates like this. These ones usually have ammunition in. So again, you've got your different ammunition boxes. There's your ammo. Boop. There you go. Most people just grab these, stick them in your backpack. We've got a big loot box, which usually has guns. I shouldn't have put those on there, should I? So we've got a shotgun. We've got a muesli bar. So you gotta make sure that you are fed and watered in your raids. Otherwise, you'll start hurting. We've got a vest here, so I'm going to grab this and stick that on. Now I've got a vest. What's in this one? That's my gun. And a helmet. Boop. Beautiful. I'm going to take that off because I don't like those helmets. Right, medical stations. You'll find nerds. These are good for, I've got to take the cap off. Boop. You can stick them in your arm and heal. And as you'll see here, your watch actually gives you a holographic projection. This is a new addition to Ghost of Tabor. Your body is broken down into sections, and if you get hurt in a particular section, you can see where you need to heal yourself. If you end up bleeding, get a bandage, wrap that round, stop the bleeding. Then you got your backpacks. So let me grab some things. So food is obviously for eating and getting your hunger back up, but you can stick stuff in your backpack. Some guns also can go on these big backpacks. Depends on the backpack though. But as you're going through, you're using your backpack and you're looting stuff up. So we've got more food here, we've got water. So you take the cap off and you can drink it. Don't do that because you'll just pour most of it away. Just bring it to your mouth and drink it that way. Otherwise, if you're wondering why, you got a whole thing of water and it just disappears in seconds and doesn't really do anything for you, it's because you're tipping it all over the place. So all of this, again, is just the tutorial area. It's all teaching you how to play the game. You've got your magazine loader. So basically, this machine here, you'll have one in your bunker, allows you to make ammunition. So if we grab this gunpowder here, take the lid off. So this is powder. Powder goes into the powder funnel. And you can see down here that the gauge is going up. So we've got some powder. Get some brass. Brass goes into the brass container. Again, you can see this starting to go up. So all of these things you can find in a raid. There we go. And then what you can do is you can pick the caliber type that you want. So we're going to grab one of these magazines here and they're empty. So if I stick it in here, it tells me I need 5.56 by 45. So if I find 5.56 by 45, there you go, 5.56 by 45. We're going to go for ST because that's the powder type we put in there. Quantity of 1, yeah, sure. Pour that. And then lo and behold, boop, out poops a box of that ammunition. So those ammo types that you can find in raids and stuff like that, you can also make your own. And then we can drop it into the funnel here. And we've got, there were 50 rounds that were in that box. Because I've got the magazine in here, I can hit load. There's now 20 left. We've now got a full magazine. If you want to know how many rounds you've got in the magazine, you don't know for sure, but if you shake it, it will your controller will vibrate. If it's 3 times, it's full. If it's twice, it's about half. If it's 1, it's nearly empty. So this is vibrating 3 times for me. It's going zzz, zzz, zzz. So that's full. If you don't have a weapon though, you can kill AI with your bare hands. Your bare hands are lethal weapons. Basically, creep up behind them and snap their neck. You just grab with your grip buttons. You can twist if just grabbing them doesn't work, but yeah, grab and twist and you'll snap their neck. And they'll usually drop their weapon or a weapon. So here we can see he dropped his gun. We can cock it, the bullet comes out because it was already had one chambered. But yeah, so you know, you've now got a gun. As I showed earlier, you got this different type of equipment. I've got a vest on me already, but I'm going to take this one now. But what you can do is you can equip your vest with different pouches so that you have quick access to different things. So these magazines, for example, I can stick them in these pouches here. I can grab this grenade and stick it in that pouch there. So I'm going to equip this on me now. I'm going to take this gun. I'm going to take, as you can see, when you pick up certain attachments, you'll be able to see where they can go. So I'm going to stick this here. I'm going to grab the laser sight, stick it on the side there. Whoa, alright, calm down. Do you mind? Right, anyway, as I was saying, so you can equip this however you want, and then should I be out of ammo, I can grab from my pouch and quickly swap that over. And then when you're done with the raid, you need to find your extraction point. And you need to look out for these radios. There will be on your compass, it will tell you where your exfiltration points are. Whoop, calm down. But yours will be the radios that have the green lights on. There are different ones, not all of them are for you. So yours will be the green ones. When you get there, you'll see the countdown. Stay in the area until the countdown reaches 0, and then you have exfiltrated. And there you go. Trophy, the basics. Woohoo! Then you get a summary of your raid and the experience points that you got. Because that was just the training, there isn't really anything to show. And here we are in the bunker. This is your base. You've got different rooms. Some of them are locked because you have to unlock them. I'm not going to go into huge detail about everything. I'm just going to quickly run around and show you, and then we're going to jump into a raid so I can show you the game in practice. So we've got the trader room here. This is where you'll stick stuff on the conveyor belt, and then you can come here to the terminal to sell things. It's also where you come to turn in items from missions for your traders. This terminal here, this is where your items will appear if you've bought things from the market. I'll cover that in a second. But you can see already here, I've got a bunch of different items. So when your hand is close, just use the thumbstick and you can scroll through the items. So say, for example, I wanted, let's grab this, collect. Boom, here it is, my lovely Desert Eagle. Look at that, beautiful. So for now, I'm going to stick this on the wall. So you can then, here it is, put stuff on the wall so you can arrange your armory, if you will. But you also have rations. So if you run out of equipment, you actually get 6-hour rations, daily rations, and then weekly rations. So it's always good to come in and claim these items, because every 6 hours you're going to have stuff, which is a great thing that they do, because with this, there's no fear of losing your stuff. So there's no excuse for going into a raid with nothing. Although, saying that, I do love what's called a naked run, which is going in with nothing and trying to loot your way to success. Here we have the kitchen. You got your food here. You don't have to put your food here. You can put anything on these shelves. these areas here that are marked with these lines, if you put any item down here, it will store it safely. If it's red like this, it will not be stored because it's not inside the storage area. Make sure it's not red. Here you've got a tap here. You've actually got a water pump or filter. With that, it allows you to use the tap, but that will start going down. So it's something else you've got to maintain, buy, loot, all of that goodness. So you can top up your water bottles when they're low. Here we've got more shelving. It's also where you can come to customize your weapons. So you can put your gun on here, on there, and then you can actually come in and customize your guns with different skins. The med bay is locked. For now, you have to unlock that, but in there, that allows you to produce more nerds for healing yourself. We have storage room 1, which is just this. So we've got some nerds here and some bandages, and we've got this shelf that we can use. Storage room 2 is locked, but that's a much bigger room for storage. And then again, storage room 3. We've then got the armory. So here we can see armory room 3, armory room 2. I already have unlocked. I think that's through the DLC, which is available for 30 days. I think it's called the Independence DLC. So it's available for 30 days. It gives you a lot of stuff off the bat, so you don't have to worry about not having decent equipment. So you can see here I've got backpacks, I've got guns, I've got armor, you know, all of that stuff. But also in here, in Armory Room 2, we have the magazine making machine and the loader. We've already got some stuff here in these cupboards. I've got more armor. You can put helmets on the top shelves as well. More guns, more stuff. So that's all very cool. And you can go through and customize all of this to your heart's content of how you want things laid out and whatnot. This is the nursery. It's locked at the moment. This is where you grow the plants that are used for making the nerds for healing yourself. We've got the generator in here. So let me just demonstrate. Let me remove the cap. Stick that in there. So jerry can's going to empty all of its goodness into the generator here. We'll start to see that fill up. There we go. So I grab that. I usually sell these afterwards. You don't have to grab the top, but I'm nice and neat like that. And then if you hit the button there, it goes dark. And then, hey, let there be light. Generator on. The only reason you need the generator is some items. There you go. Some items need power. For example, not the range. This is a shooting range, so you can come here and practice. However, this will use your ammunition, so use it however you want. In the Intel room, this is what needs power. So basically, in Rage, you can find GPUs, graphics cards, and you stick them in here, and they allow you to farm currency. You can see my bank balance is 500,000 TK, and then in here you got the vault. Here's all my money. Lovely, isn't it? My Easter eggs from Easter, leftover eggs. So much chocolate to eat, it's crazy. And then you got the barracks. More places for storage of armor and helmets. And here you can see the VR awards from 2023 for Ghost of Tabor by Combat Waffle. So well done, guys. Great one. So that is a quick rundown of the rooms that are available, that are unlocked anyway. And then you've got this terminal. This is your main way of interacting and doing stuff in the game. So contacts. These are friends, friend requests, how you play with people. Note, the game is cross-play, so you will be playing with people on Quest and on PC. However, if you already have the game on Quest or PC, there is no cross-progression. So what happens on PlayStation is a separate account to your PC account, for example. So I've got no friends at the moment, so worries me. You can have a squad of 3 though, so 3 of you can group up to go into raids together. Missions. Here we have all the different traders, and they have tasks for you to accept, and they give you different rewards. These are things like, collect 5 fish curry cans and 3 water bottles in 5 raids. And then you got quests of, locating the labs on Island of Tabor, locate the radio station on Island of Tabor. So I'm going to accept that one because that's where we're going to go. So I'm accepting that quest, and we'll grab some tasks as well. And it's a great way of getting reputation with the traders and getting money. The reason you want to get reputation with the traders is so that you can level up with those traders and then they'll sell you better stuff. So here we've got kill 5 players. So yeah, why not? And you can have up to 5 tasks and 5 quests, but we'll just do 1 at the moment. So here we can see my name and everything like that. I'm level 1, got 0 XP. Here's the map. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locations for you to play on, do raids. You've got deploy, which will just show you, send you straight into the game against other players. By the way, there is PvE if you don't want to just play this game PvP. There's a PvE mode. But if you go into training, it will only be against AI. What you take in with you, if you die, you will not lose it, but at the same time, you will not be able to bring anything out of the raid with you. So if you can practice looting, but you won't be able to bring any of it back with you. It's purely to train, get you to the game, the controls, the mechanics, things like that. Also learning the maps. But we're going to go straight into a deployment and have some fun. But it would help if I had some weapons on me. So let's get kitted. Grab this, grab a backpack. Let's grab you. Grab that magazine. There we go. I'm going to grab some nerds, stick them in the top there, and I'll grab 1 bandage, stick that there. All right, let's grab a helmet. Beautiful, look at that helmet. It will do. Grab the big one, why not? Grab some food. Right, and we are good to go. Whilst it searches for a raid, this game, from what I've been told, is running at 90 frames per second. I would assume that is native because I don't see any reprojection. There is foveated rendering. It's not dynamic foveated rendering with eye tracking, but hopefully in the future that gets added. It's using the PCVR build of the game, so it's got all the pretty graphics and everything like that you'd expect on the PlayStation 5 version. So you can see down here also you can switch to the PvE mode. So you've got the choice. I believe they are separate, so if what you loot in the PvE mode you can't then use in the PvP mode. They are technically separate games, but you can play it co-op, so you can still play with your friends and just do raids against the AI. So again, that's a great way of getting practice, still having rewards, so it's different to training mode, and just playing it that way without having to worry about PvP. And it would seem that you can disable multiplayer and crossplay. So crossplay here, you can actually disable it, so you'd only be playing with people on PlayStation, but I see no disadvantage or advantage in doing that. You got height calibration here, screen calibration, gun stock. The game does support gun stocks, physical as well as virtual. So if you don't have a gun stock and you want a bit more stability, you can use a virtual gun stock there. Show compass. That's for in the raid. Actually, something that I like to do. So at the moment, you can see my entire body here. I usually just have the floating hands or the arms only. So yes, I'm sure. So now, if I were to crouch, my legs don't get in the way, so I can actually see things better. Obviously, you still see your vest and everything like that, and my arms. But if I was to take the vest off, you can now see I've got no body. Right, we're in. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mute myself. So if you don't want your voice to be projected out for other people to hear, it uses proximity voice. If you look at your watch, it'll start with a green light. If you bring your right hand close to your face and press the X button, it will go from green to yellow, which means just your team can hear you, to red, no one can hear you. So here we are in a raid. Yeah, already cocked. Let's look for stuff and kill people. I'm not going to talk too much about game mechanics now, because you can play it for yourself and learn that. I'm just going to now play and see what we can do. So yeah, there are some, I'm just going to take everything for now. Collision issues with the controllers, it would seem, when wanting to cock back on some guns like the pistols, as you saw. Found that troublesome. Ooh, Car 98. Like here, for example. Okay, no rounds, but I'll take it. Get off, get off. There we go. Stick that on the side there. Okay, so what I want to do, I'm going to go down here. See if I can find anyone. So over there is an extraction point. Got the lighthouse up there. Someone's at the lighthouse. Alright, let's go to the lighthouse and see who's up there. Sometimes there's a AI here. We're good. I'm not going to loot that now. I want to get up there and do a bit of PvP. Yeah, those say mines, and literally it means it. Don't go there, you'll blow up. So you can have your microphone on, and then you can talk to other raiders and like taunt them and stuff. Try and negotiate with them, or team up. Is he still in there? He's upstairs. He's above me. Surprised he hasn't heard me yet. Well, I'm trying to creep as slowly as possible so I don't make a noise. I wonder who it is. Got him! Who was it? So you can find that. Oh shit, am I bleeding? I am. Good thing I brought a bandage. There we go. Bandage applied. That needs work. That's pushing away. Come on. There we go. So I've applied the bandage. They got me pretty good in the chest, arm and leg. But who did we kill? We killed Weenie69. Sorry, Weenie. Wow, he had decent armor on as well. Right. Oh, I think he just found that because I'm assuming that was his. There. He had a pistol and a SKS. Ideally, I need to heal myself, so... Stick that in there. And watch the health go back up in my different body parts. So you stick it in, and then you hold down the X button, and it's now all depleted, so I can get rid of that. Alright, you can also flat pack things and stick them in your backpack. Alright, let's continue checking up here. So you've got, I'm assuming, pretty much all the way. Some bullets here. Yeah, he got all the way up. Yeah, all the way up. Whoops, that's the jump button. Let's see if we can see it. Look at that view. Oh, okay. Someone saw me. Let's get out of here. Okay, so there's a lot, and at some point I'm going to get out of here before he tries and traps me. But yeah, this map is actually going to be getting a big update at some point, which will open up the entirety of the island. At the moment, you've only got like half this island for this map. Let's reposition, because that guy knew I was up there. Oh, that'd be a good gun to actually have. Right, I don't know where that guy was. Right, the extractions have opened, I've noticed. If you look at the top of the compass here, there we go. Just getting to safety over here. At the top of the compass, you can see I've got border, which is all the way over there. I got garage island, which is the garage underneath labs. You need a key for it though, and docks. So I'm going to try and go border so you can see more of the map. Oh, no, it's an AI. Okay, that's okay then. I think it was a player that saw me earlier. There we go. If my aim was terrible, I need to use my gun stock next time. So he's got a shitty gun on him, so we don't really want that. So yeah, always keep an eye out for movement and other players. So if you've never played an extraction shooter before and you've got PlayStation VR 2, this is a great game to get and jump into. Lots of fun to be had. Like I said, you can have a squad of 3, loads of different maps. One of them is literally a subway. There is leaning mechanics as well, so you can actually physically lean to minimize your body profile. So you can hide behind a tree and actually physically lean, and your character will lean in the game as well, instead of just stepping out and showing their entire body. I'm looking for movement. Okay, there's movement over there, but that's a scav, basically. Phoenix AI. He hasn't seen me. So I'm looking for player movement more than anything. And I don't hear gunshots, which is slightly disconcerting. But one of my tasks, I think, was to get to the radio station, which is up there, that big tower, and then labs, which is just behind those rocks. So we're going to go up to the radio tower and then down to labs. How much time have we got left on raid? Here we've got our compass, points you to your exfil locations. Oh, come on, oh, come on, whoa, one more, there we go. So we've got 31 minutes and 33 seconds left. But this game was ported over to PlayStation by VR Monkey. They often are the company that will do ports to PlayStation VR 2. Oops, hello. Yeah, I saw you. AI again. I think I got him. One vibration, so that's pretty low. So what I might do, swap that out. Just in case I come across a player, I don't exactly want to hit them with 2 bullets and then run out. If you're wondering why also, if you do play this game, while you're not sprinting, point your gun down. If your gun's up, it will think you're aiming. So point it down. It's not been looted yet. Ooh, shots over there. And more bandages. I'll take that because I used one. Oh, come here. There we go. We're going up there. Hopefully there's no one around. I mean, hopefully there is, so we can kill them, but hopefully they don't kill me. So, you know, double-edged sword and all. Ooh, flashlight. No, not that. There. There we go. Blind people, maybe? Ooh, grenade. That'll come in handy. I'm terrible at thrown in VR, so I don't often use grenades because it usually ends up with me dying. So those with a keen eye, or oh hello, or who know this game, will know that I'm back where I started. God damn it! I want this. You can put nerds in this. Please, no one see me. I don't want to die. Right, chocolate bar we're going to eat now, because I'm probably hungry. Yeah, I'm hungry and thirsty. There you go, and that's making me thirsty, so. Fit that back in. Yes, fantastic. I can go back in, it can. Pistol. Come on. No, fine, screw it. Got most of it back in. Right, let's move. So there is still someone on this map, because I heard the gunshots. There they are again. So that sounds like they're at lab. So we've got 24 minutes left. Okay. Yeah, if you don't have a gun stock, probably use a virtual gun stock for that stability. It might help. Right, let's switch to full auto just in case there's someone in here. No, and it hasn't been looted either. So lots of actually can raid, or not raid, but loot a lot of cupboards and chests and stuff like that, like these filing cabinets, for example. Not these ones, but these ones, you can tell by the color difference. You can look in all of these. That's a smoke grenade. Some chocky bars. Ooh, some powder for crafting crafting some bullets. But yeah, I'm not gonna spend too much time looting because my backpack's pretty much already full. I know that there's this here. No, it's typical. Alright, we're gonna go upstairs in a second. Ooh. Okay, so what I might end up doing now is stick that on the side as a canted sight. So I can do that and then that, maybe. We'll see how that works. Ooh, a foregrip. I'll take that. There you go, it'll help with stability, maybe. Oh, sometimes there's a purple key card. You get key cards that allow you to unlock different rooms, which usually have, or not usually, that have much better loot. Ooh, hello. Take that. I do not want a shotgun. So I think I'm going to leave the SKS. I'm going to take this, stick that on the side. There we go. Purely because I don't really have any ammo for the SKS, but I do for the M16. Right, let's go to labs. I'm not going to go really into labs because I don't think I've got enough time. Well, I've got 19 minutes. And then we're going to head to Border, which is our exfil point. But overall, I'm very impressed with this running on PlayStation VR2. The only issues I'm having are with some interactions, like with the watch, and with some guns, like being able to actually get the interaction to cock the gun back, mostly on the pistols. So this is labs. As you can tell, it's quite a big building. You got access to the roof as well. There's an underground, there's a basement area, and people like to snipe on there. But I've not heard anything recently, and I'm out in the open, and no one's taken a shot at me yet. Oh my god, my aim. Hello? Oh, okay. Oh. Excuse me. Would help if it... See, I told you sometimes I'll stick it on safety and I forget. There we go. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. I'm a professional, honest. Got them. Wibbly wobbly aim though. But this just goes to show that you can play the game without a gun stock, without using virtual gun stock. Your aim might be a little wobbly, so like long range. But if you are interested in a gun stock, make sure you subscribe to the channel because I do have a video on gun stock that can be used for PlayStation VR2 coming out soon. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed. So there's lots to see on this map alone. So like I said, I'm not exactly going to show everything. That was my stomach, if you heard it. My in-game stomach. Yeah, so I'm pretty low on food now, and I don't have any other food. I do. So we're going to eat this. There we go. Don't know why it was rumbling. Maybe that sustained me pretty quickly. So we're good now. Filled our bellies. How long have we got left on the raid? Oh, 15 minutes. Yeah, all looted. As you can see, the crates and stuff are open. Oh, they left some stuff though. Nothing special. Alright, we're gonna get out of here. I'm just gonna check this medical cabinet. Nothing. Typical. I think everyone has pulled out already. So I'm going to rush through here. I've already got plenty of loot. We're going to go up via Church of Fish. I should be able to drop on this. There we go. Beautiful. stick it on single fire for now, just in case we meet someone at distance. So yeah, that's labs. There's a lot in there. There's a conference room as well, which has got some good loot in there. And not only that, so we've got the docks the other side. There's another location over there. There's a location down there, little depot. Then you've got prison, which is over there. Lots of loot there. And yeah, here's Church of Fish. But that's pretty much half the map. The other side of the mountain isn't open yet. That's what I was saying earlier with this map getting a big update. Hopefully soon, probably not soon, probably towards the end of this year. But it will open up the entirety of the map. Oh, perfect. It's just what I wanted. Come on. There you go. There we go, got a nerd back. Nice. You can climb the tower as well. There's a ladder back there, as you saw. And then hopefully we'll be able to get to our extraction point without dying. So just down there is a radio pack with a green light on it. That is one of ours. But again, if you don't know, you've got your compass up the top there. Also, if you don't want to have that compass HUD up, you can see the compass on your watch, like I showed earlier. Nothing there. Right, let's get out. 3, 2, 1, and success! Whew. So, we killed 6 people. One was a player called Weenie69. Sorry, Weenie69, if you see this. And then all the others were Phoenix AI players. Ooh, one in the neck, right thigh, head, torso, head. And I killed Weenie with a headshot. But you can see you get experience points for not only combat, but exploring, how long you survive for, different things that you loot. Everything gives you XP, and even healing yourself, eating and drinking. So you can see, at the start, I was level 1. I'm now level 5. And then we can return to base. Or safe house. And here we are, back in our safe house with everything that... Where's my backpack? Where's my backpack? Oh, don't tell me I didn't put... There it is. Oh, heart attack. With everything from my raid. So... Now is usually the time when you come to your storage, you start, putting everything away and ready for the next raid. So either selling stuff if the stuff that you want to sell. Come here. Or if you got items from missions that you need to hand those in. Come on, there we go. Come on, there we go. So yeah, you then go through the process of doing that. But there's one more thing that I want to show you, which I forgot to show you earlier, and that is the market. So if you do run out of equipment and you need to buy things, you can go to the market. So if you open up the main menu, you can see here, you got Tabor Market. Clicking on this takes you there. And here we are at the market. Those traders that I mentioned, this is where they are. So each trader usually trades in different things. You come to the terminal here and you can see what is for sale. So everything that's here is those items there. If I go to bunker resources, boom, they're there as well. Same here. So we're seeing consumables at the moment. We've got medicines, so just bandages at the moment, and bunker package. You do have nerds, I call them NRSs, and this is a new addition as well, but that's kind of cool. So to buy stuff, you actually have a little scanner, so you can actually pick things up and go boop, and it adds it to your basket. You can then go to your checkout here, and lo and behold, there it is. But you don't actually have to do it that way. So if I get rid of that, and I come back to products, and I just go, yeah, I want one of those. Boom. There it is. You can actually say how many you want, and also favorite it. when we were back at the trader, the trading room, even back at our bunker, there was, at that terminal, there was a favorites tab. If you favorite them here, because it's something that you want to buy often, you don't have to keep coming back to the market. You can just go to your terminal and then rebuy them from there. And then you just buy them. You can insure items as well. And what that means is if you die in a raid and someone doesn't loot your items and they're left behind because they didn't want them, if they're insured, you get them back at a later time. So we've got loads of other traders. So over here, this is where you can get your armor and gear. So we've got chest rigs. We've got 3 pages of chest rigs. As you can see here, this one's grayed out because you need to be level 3 with this trader. So that's why you want to do their tasks and quests to level up your reputation with them. Helmet attachments, night vision goggles, different helmets. Grayed out because we need to level up with this trader. But one of the other great things that you can do is, instead of, just buying something and buying that one item, say for example, I want this, but I want more than just this chest rig. You can go to the armor modules and go, I want one of these primary ammo pockets, pouches, and grab that and attach it onto another one there. And then, you know what, I want the secondary pouch, and I stick that there. And then, this is what I want to buy. You can scan said item, and then if you come to the checkout, you'll see you've got the custom chest rig and all the individual items. So I can favorite this, buy it, and then in the future, if I want this particular loadout again, I can go to my terminal at my trading room and just rebuy this kit. We've got some guns over here. These are usually the DLC things. So different guns here, charms as well. So you can see that DLC not owned. Independence. This is the DLC that I have access to through just being a content creator. I was lucky enough to get given that DLC to check out as well. So you got swords as well. So there is melee in the game. I prefer just shooting people. Spectre are your main source of weaponry. So you can see you got assault rifles. We've got 6 pages of assault rifles. Obviously, I don't have access to all of them. But just because I don't have access to them in the store doesn't mean that I can't find them in a raid or from another player. So we've got assault rifles, we've got bolt action rifles, we've got handguns. Check out that. I mean, come on. That is cool. Ooh, that's got some kick to it. We've got light machine guns, we've got shotguns, we've got sniper rifles, and we've got submachine guns. And then through here we have more stuff. So this is where you can actually upgrade your bunker. So storage level 2, armory level 3, intel level 2, maintenance level 2, and you've also got your medical and your garden. And so that you know what you need, this is where you come. So you can see I need to get my character to level 8, and I already have storage level 1, and then have 25,000 credits, which I do. So once I get to level 8, I can actually unlock storage level 2. Armory, again, fine, I just need to level up my character. Here we can see that I need to upgrade the generator to level 2 and also increase my level. Maintenance, same, I need to upgrade the armory. And then you got utilities as well. So basically you need to just upgrade different rooms to be able to access other upgrades on other rooms. And then over here we have more stuff. We've got more food here, but as well as bunker resources. So this is where you can get a jug of water, you got your water filter, you got food, you got your gas can. So if you need to buy anything, the market is the place to come. And then to get back to the market, just open the menu, get back to the market. To get back to your safe house, just open the menu and go safe house. But I will be doing a live stream of this, so make sure you're following me or subscribe to me here on YouTube, but also more than likely the stream will be over on Twitch, so make sure you go and give me a follow over there, GameOnScorpio. I'm GameOnScorpio everywhere, so that's where you'll find me on Blue Sky, on Twitter, on Instagram, TikTok, GameOnScorpio, everywhere. So if you've enjoyed this content, that's where you can find me. So if you have enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on future content. And this has been a quick look and first impressions of Ghost of Tabor on PlayStation VR2. Finally, an extraction shooter on PlayStation VR2. Fantastic. And we actually had a successful raid. We killed a player, we got some decent loot, and we got out alive. But until next time, stay safe, have fun, and game on.